Alright, today we're doing green. I'm going to go over green in my 540 unpowered cube. Green is the ramp, stompy, big creatures color. I'm going to start with the creatures in mana cost ascending order. I'm going to start off with the mana elves, or ramp guys here. So we'll start with Findhorn elves, or Findhorn, or Findhorn elves, depending on who you are. From the Vault 20, then there is Llanowar elves, which is the same card, exactly. Then there is Elvish Mystic, which is the same card, exactly. Then there is Avacyn's Pilgrim, which is the same card, except white mana. Then there is Arbor Elf, which is the same card, except you untap a forest. So it can actually be better or worse, because you can untap a dual land, or you could not have a forest to untap. Then there is Birds of Paradise, which is very similar, except it's flying and it's an 0/1 and it can make any color. And then there is Jiraga Treespeaker. People call this the Green Soul Ring. Level it up once, makes 2 mana. In terms of other 1-drops, we've got Nibble Mongoose. Added this the other day. He should probably be decent. We'll see. Makes him more relevant. He's kind of relevant late game once you got a full graveyard. I don't know. We'll see. Essence Warden. This is the same as Soul Warden in white, but in green. And then Experiment 1, which is more aggressive green. 1-drop, gets bigger. He can regenerate. He has Evolve. So, regenerate. You remove 2+1/+1 counters. On to 2-drops. Sakura Tribe Elder, played in Scape Shift, because he'll block and then get a land. Maybe attack in a little bit. Wall of Roots. 0/5 Defender, gets -0/-1, and you get a 1 green mana. You can do that on your opponent's turn as well, so that's nice. Something you don't get with these other tap for mana guys. And then the Sylvan Caryatid, who is Defender Hexproof 0/3, and you can get any color of mana. He's pretty good. Now for the more, aggressive. This is not aggressive. Elven Visionary. He'll block and draw you a card. Wild Mongrel. Good in Reanimator, because you can discard stuff to reanimate. He'll get bigger and get through blockers if you discard cards. Scavenging Ooze, good against Reanimator, and pretty much most decks. Super good mid-range card, gains you life, gets big. Played in a lot of formats. Mayor of Averbrook. This card's kind of a pain sometimes, just because, like with humans and all, he flips. Werewolves, wolves. He's good. He's just kind of annoying to do with all the humans. Buffs humans, buffs werewolves, and he flips. Got Vinelasher Kudzu. Gets big when you play lands. This is in there for some of my friends that like to ramp with Rampant Growth and Farseek and stuff like that. River Boa. Really messes up blue players. And then Strangleroot Geist. 2/1 for 2 with haste and undying. Just general value. And do 3-drops now. Yavimaya Elder. Draws a card. If you sack him, and then normally when he dies, you get 2 lands, put him in your hand. So if you sack him, he dies, you get both abilities. He's good. You do it after he blocks or something, before damage. This sweet art Reclamation Sage from my friend. Disenchant on a stick. Prophet of Crufix, excellent. Play with the top card revealed. You can play a land off the top. When you play a land, you gain 1. 2, 4 for 3. Really good. Boon Satyr. Basically 4/2 for 3 with haste, because you can play at the end of your opponent's turn, or you can use them as an enchantment, or maybe even a combat trick, which you don't really do in Cube, but you could. Imperious, perfect. He's a token generator, and he buffs all his tokens. There was at one point kind of an elf theme in this cube. It's not really in here anymore, but this was one of the better elves alone, so it's still here. Greenweaver Druid, not particularly great, but it's a fine ramp card. Wood Elves, you can get a forest, you can get a dual land or something. And you can get a Eternal Witness. Just general value, really good card. Get something back from your graveyard. It's a naturalize on a 2/1 body. Kind of like this is a disenchant on a 2/1 body. The 4-drop green 4 mana is like a highly contested slot in Cube. Starting with Nylea's Disciple. Not usually what you'd expect to see here, but it helps stabilize. And, honestly, probably going to get cut at some point. But for now, it's here and not awful. Wolfbriar Elemental, you barely ever want to cast this for just 4. You want to cast it for way more than that and get a bunch of 2/2 wolves with the multi-kicker. Phantom Centaur. This card is real good. Protection from black. It's a 2/0 for 4. It's just going to die. But comes in with 3, I believe. Yeah, 3 +1/+1 counters. So it is actually a 5/3 for 4. And every time it gets deal damage, you just remove one of those counters. If you put equipment on here, it won't die, and it just won't. It'll just stay there forever. So that's good. Or equipment that buffs its toughness anyway. We got Pelucranos World Eater. 5/5 for 4 is pretty good, and when you monster sit, it can kill creatures. Mold Shambler, again. I think I need to edit this section a little bit. These 2 cards are definitely not worthy. Maybe get Thrown the Last Troll in here or something, which I just don't have. But yeah, he'll kill an artifact with Kicker. Blastoderm. Hexproof, 5/5 for 4 with Fading. And then Obstinate Baloth. Value. If your opponent makes you discard him with him to Torok or something, he'll just come into play and you gain 4 life, 4 for body. Quality card. On to 5 mana. Acidic Slime. 2/2 Death Touch and pretty much destroy anything that's not a creature. Super good. You can play it with Birthing Pod or something, get him into play. Arbor Colossus. Just a nice card. 6/6 for 5. It's already pretty good with Reach. And when you monsters him, he becomes a 9/9 and kills a flyer. This is quality. I like him a lot. I don't think I see him in a lot of cubes, but I like him. So, there's that. Got Wolfear Silverheart. Very good. Bonds with something. +4/+4. This becomes an 8/8. Deranged Hermit. Get a lot of squirrels. Yeah. And then buff the squirrels. And then you got Thragtusk. Ultimate value card. Gain 5 life. 5/3 for 5. And then it replaces itself when it dies. Excellent. This card, dominated standard. Now for 6 mana, Hooting Mandrills. You never want to play this for 6 mana. I'm going to cast it for 1, hopefully. Soul of the Harvest. Cast a creature, draw a card, trample, 6/6 for 6. And the last Titan, probably the best Titan, or second best, depending on what lands you have. Primeval Titan. Watch out for this card. Trample's really good, 6/6 for 6. Comes in, get 2 lands. And then when he attacks, you get 2 lands. Really powerful. Just going to go over all the big cost guys here. We've got Avengers Zendikar. Going to end a game. Get a lot of tokens for your lands. Play lands, make your tokens bigger. Crows from Tusker. You're just going to cycle him and get a basic. Pelaga Worm. Gains 7, and then it replaces itself with Trample. Terastodon. Kill 3 things. can kill, important note, you can kill your own things and get 18 power on the board. Genesis Hydra, cast it, make it big, get something else in play, and then Mistcutter Hydra, really good against blue. Gonna do the rest of green now. Naturalize is the only non-creature 1 mana cost card. Kill an enchantment or artifact, gain 4. Or your opponent gains 4. Different. Calling Heart Expedition. Decent ramp card. This gets played in maybe Scapeshift, the red-green variant, I think, maybe. Life from the Loam is an engine. It combos with stuff like Strip Mine and whatnot. And it's decent in Reanimator because you can just get some good stuff in the graveyard. Rampant Growth. I have a foil somewhere that I need to replace this with. Get a basic land, put it into play. Survival of the Fittest. This card is excellent. Super good in Reanimator, super good in like a toolbox type deck. Fill your graveyard up, or just get whatever you need. Discard a creature, get a creature from your deck. Farseek. Get anything that's not a forest. You can get duels and stuff with it. And then, I'm going to skip to the broken card here. Channel. Put something real big into play. Like an Ulamog or something that I'm working on getting for the cube, and I'm going to have soon, hopefully, from a friend. The friend that gives me all the promos. So that'll be in here soon. Right now you can get Sundering Titan or Wormcoil Engine or something big. But he's real good. This card's broken. You have to basically pay life to get colorless mana. 3 mana cards. Starting off with a card you never want to cast for 3. You want to suspend this for 1 on turn 1. Suspend 2, get a basic. Beast Within, kill anything. Whatever you kill becomes a 3/3. Awakening Zone creates the little Eldrazi's that you sack for 1 mana. It's either like a board stall, like you can block with it a lot, or it's ramp. Cultivate. Get lands. It's ramp again. A lot of ramp. Crows and Grip. Uncounterable, destroy an artifact. Really good against blue decks with like Vidalcan Shackles and stuff. Bow of Nylea. I mean, this card like does everything. Death Touch is also really good. Harrow. Sack a land, get 2 lands. Basics, I believe, right? Yeah, basics. On to 4 mana. You've got Harmonize. Draw spell in green, so that's always appreciated. Collected Company is super good in a more aggressive green deck. It's played in like Elves and in Modern and in Standard, and it's a quality card. You look at the top 6 and you get 2 creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. And there's a lot of pretty good creatures with those converted mana costs. And then there's Birthing Pod. This is a Builder-on card. It's real complicated, and I really don't want to explain it. Sack a creature, you get a creature with 1 more converted mana cost than itself. I guess I explained it. Gonna do 5 mana. We've got Overwhelming Stampede and Plow Under. If you ramp and plow under your opponent, you're gonna be real far ahead. And Overwhelming Stampede can end the game if you got a lot of creatures and a big creature. See the Unwritten. It's really bad against blue, but really good against everything else. Can cheat some cards into play. Rain of Thorns. Destroy a bunch of stuff. No one really plays this. Well, not no one, but it's not played all that often. I guess because you can just destroy stuff for cheaper, but nonetheless, it's pretty good. It's played in Commander a lot. Then Chord of Calling and Green Sun Zenith. This is the From the Vault 21. Both really good. Both do the same thing. Pay green, or green in this case, an X. Get a card with that converted mana cost and put it into play. This has Convoke, which lets you tap your creatures for mana. Both really good. Planeswalkers, they're all Garruk, or Garruk. Garruk Wildspeaker. He ramps you, makes 3/3s, or pumps everything for a turn. He's nice because you can ultimate him really quickly. Then there is Garruk Relentless. He, what is he? Makes wolves and kills stuff. And then when he gets killed himself, he flips. And when he flips, he, again, makes wolves. Let me read it real quick. I don't know this off the top of my head. You can sack a creature, and then if you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Or, for -3, creatures you control gain trample and get +X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So, you gotta kill him twice. Or he kills himself. Interesting Planeswalker. Really cool. First flip Planeswalker. Now there's more of those, and they're hybrids or whatever. I don't have any of those in the cube. Not that I don't think they're cool. And then the last Garruk. He'll make 3/3s the whole game, and you'll probably still win. Or he will Ancestral Recall. Or he'll make a bunch of 6/6s. That is going to do it for green. Thank you for watching. Link in the description to the other videos in this cube series. And to Cube Tutor, where you can draft this cube and look at the list. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and come back for more. Make any suggestions for the cube that you have with replacements or anything in the comments below. See ya.